1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to the runs with me, Gareth, and Oasis superfan Nikki. Still got your bar. I'd said you've gone through that weird phase now. You might as well keep growing now. It looks all right. It looks good when you're racing.
It don't look good when I'm racing at all.
Good racing, eh?
Reckon I'm flowing my lead like.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the plan?
I don't know. I'll probably get rid of it soon. If this hot weather continues, it'll be gone when my head will go.
Time to go back blonde, innit?
That'll have to be for maybe Snowden or a PB marathon attempt again. It worked that time in Chicago, yeah.
I was Oasis.
Fucking, as you can probably tell by my voice, fucking class. Unreal.
I know.
What a night, what a day. The whole day was just class. It was bouncing in Cardiff, and then, yeah, they were just right on it. Brilliant show.
It's a good gig, is it? Because normally you're just knocking around waiting for the DJ or some shambles warming up for the main event or something in it. But you had like 3 gigs on a bounce, really, did you?
Yeah, 3 gigs. Taking you right back to my growing up 90s teenagers, and it Cast and Ashcroft come on and put all the belters out there, got everyone bouncing, and then, yeah, Oasis come on. They're not pumping any new stuff, and they're just going to play all the absolute bangers, and he did, and yeah, they were right on it.
Did you jump a fence? Did you get on the grass?
Tried to get on the grass. I got down the slipway, like the next aisle down. I was in, but the other 3 that were with me weren't, so yeah, I had to go back. I should have maybe left them.
Should have left them.
Where we were sat was pretty good anyway. It was near the front, sort of.
No one's sitting anyway, are they?
No, even though we did have a bit of hassle by some idiots. Yeah, we had some hassle because some idiots were telling us to sit and, you're not on your bike seats and stop jumping around. Like, fuck off, it's Oasis for the first time in however long.
Oh my God, like you ruined someone else's gig.
Ah, fuck them.
Always, yeah, but that photo you put in a group chat from like 1 o'clock in the morning, that looked like a man that had all the fun that he had left in him. Like, you look broken from fun.
Oh yeah, I was fucked.
Happy days.
I was still fucked turning up Sunday morning.
We'll get on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you shouldn't be PBing in that condition, but you did, and we'll get on to that. But before Oasis, I had my second race of the week, the Run for All 5K series down Aberavon beachfront. And it was roasting.
Yeah, but wasn't it really windy as well?
It was such a weird race. Like, I got there early. I get everywhere early and then...
You got there early, but then I've seen a video of you sprinting to the start because they're about to go.
But it started to 7, 6:53, my bladder goes, you better have a pee, brother. You better go and pee. And from the start, it's quite a trot down to the middle toilets, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hell of a trot.
So I got back with about 2 minutes to spare, so my heart rate came back down a little bit. But then you were bang out straight into the wind, like, and it was really windy. Down to the slip, and then you go up the bottom half, and there's no wind.
No.
You go from all the wind to like zero wind, absolutely. Like, wind doesn't exist in that part of Aberavon. Like,
yeah, down that
was boiling, and then you go back up and around and back onto it. And I was running with a guy at one point, and he was like almost just bouncing into the wind, floating, because it was such a big wind pushing him back. Like, that was hard. And then you get all the way down to the bottom, get to the turning point, and the wind's it's behind you, but you don't realise it's behind you because it's almost gone again because it's just pushing you along a little bit. Tyler Davis was there having his fish and chips, got a photo of me, payback for all the ones I got of him.
Yeah. The wind behind you just don't feel it. Like, it's like, it is there obviously, but it don't feel like it helps you as much as it in, does it? That's for sure. Same Sunday.
Yeah. But I was trotting into finish like that. And then all the crowd just start going, he's catching you! He's catching you! I was like, what? There's no one with me. Like, I'm on my own. I'm near the back. No one is catching me. But obviously, the showboat in me kicked in, and there was like Ashton all that photo of me. I'm like, Ashton, more like DJ Khaled probably in that photo of him and Ashton. zipping it to the finish line. I thought, no one's catching me. I could see like a glint of it in the corner of my eye. Finished, and I looked back, and it was Woggy, innit?
Yeah, Mark from OPR Woggy.
Mark he's like 65, arthritis in one knee, and I've just put him in a fucking hole.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, give him a nice little kick to finish as well, I guess. And I think he enjoyed the race to the finish line as well. But so there's some good it was good atmosphere down there. I think that raised the atmosphere a little bit more than having that little race at the end of it.
At the end, yeah.
But yeah, 30-50, I think. 30-50. So that's not bad. And then there's another one going to be now in August, and then one in September. So we'll see how we go now, innit?
Was that the first one?
Yeah, first one.
Oh,
Late, innit?
Later this year, then, yeah.
Yeah. But it was good. Oh, hang on, 2 seconds. Sorry about that. We'll cut that bit out. Yeah, so we ended that then, didn't we? So we can carry on now.
Yeah, it was just later this year, innit? Run for all.
Yeah. And then we had another race on Sunday where my brother and Ben said when you walk down the drive, you look like death.
Oh, I don't think I was still hungover, but it was still in me, like, and I felt so tired and so unmotivated, you wouldn't believe. Like, it was windy, it was drizzly, it was just like, oh, I don't need this, like, night after the night before.
Same as last year, though. 10:01, the clouds just vanished.
Yeah.
And the fucking sun from Teletubbies come back out again and just scorched us for an hour. Well, scorched you for 36 minutes and scorched me for just over an hour. Like,
yeah,
enjoy it all.
Yeah, well, yeah, once I got going, it was all went well. But yeah, that sun come down. I didn't find it too bad, actually. I know a couple of people around me were moaning about the heat, but I didn't find it too bad. It was like as soon as you turned Trek, going out the other side of Trek, go back, and felt the wind, and I was all right. Like, it was just battling the wind then. I didn't feel like I was that hot. I know everyone said it was, but I don't know.
It didn't bother you as much as everyone else in London either, though, did it?
No, I managed to, yeah. I did use every water station and every fire hydrant there, mine, but yeah, that was a bit hot there, but no, I found it all right. It was still quite early and it wasn't stupidly hot, but yeah, the sun was on us.
When did you decide you were PBing? What happened?
Oh, I decided I was having a go weeks ago, innit? And then on the morning again, I was just like, fuck it. My theory was I'll go for it. At some point I'm going to blow. Hopefully it'll be later rather than sooner because of the staggered hangover and obviously not feeling great. And if it does, it does. And hopefully I can still nick a small PB or still get in a 36er. So standing at the start, talking to loads of people, Billy from Pedz, Tom. There was a few of us going for around the same. So, right, let's work together. Shoots off. Like Sean Petty and Luke from Pedz, Sean from Bridgend were just ahead of the pack I was in. I was like, I'm getting behind these fuckers. They're both big bastards. We got to swim this wind at some point. I'm hiding behind them. So I pushed on a little bit. That's what Billy messaged me. He's like, what happened to working together? I was like, sorry, I seen my chance and took it. So yeah, I ran with them to about 3K. Coming back through Trek on the fair, caught a few other people, Mark Emery. Give him a wave goodbye. I left him in the sand. And I got through halfway, but when I got through halfway, like 17:30 odd, and then coming back into town and up the little LRV, he was there taking photos, and I was like, I felt like, I fucked this, because the wind was starting to hurt. the pace was starting to hurt. I was like, I fucked this. I've gone too quick. This is going to hurt. But then, yeah, through town, I was with a Sandom guy, Paul. Big up to him because he dragged me up that drag. We worked together a bit through Locks Lane. You know, he kept me going there, talking to me. He kept us pushing on. And we worked well together for that 3K, the tough bit. And then as soon as I turned, I was like working it out. I was like, right, you got this. So I just fucking went hell for leather from the top of that hill and just nailed it as quick as I could for that last 2K.
It's fucking deceiving because you come out of Locks Lane convinced you're going to get to the top of you now and you're home, but you're not fucking home. Like,
well, you still got 2K, yeah. But, yeah, it was downhill and wind behind them, wasn't it? So I think I just thought, empty the tank, just give everything because you're going to PB. And yeah, I ran like sub 5:30s for that last 2K and fucking was well under a PB. I couldn't believe it coming out of the prom. I was like, oh, fuck me, I've smashed it.
And then PB?
Well, yeah, PB, massive PB. So that was like unbelievably surprised. I knew I had a good lead up to it. I've had a good month, 6 weeks training.
Yeah.
Done some great sessions. I said about it the week before, didn't I? It was just the only thing that was going to hinder me was how bad was I going to suffer from Friday night. But obviously, fucking 20 pints, shitloads of rum and tequila's the way forward 48 hours prior.
That's proper carb loading.
I'll do it for beer.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed it as well, I did. That's just the shape I'm in, I guess, and it's no fault but anyone's but my own, because I barely run since Manchester.
No. Well, like I said, 3 races in a week. We're in great conditions. It's not an easy... Like, I know we got the group chatting and we said, like, people saying about the hills. There's no hills there. There's drags. There's, like, long little drags. But you got them the second half. It was really windy from about 3K to 8K. You factor all that in. Like, it wasn't an easy day out there.
No. And the wind is unpredictable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's everywhere, like.
And Porthcaw's always fucking windy.
Yeah.
It'll be the nicest day going. Like, Friday now, it's going to be 28. You go Porthcawl, it'll be windy.
Yeah. But I went out too early. First K was too fast, obviously, but that's the game, innit?
Yeah, it is.
And then I got to the lane, and then my head went in the lane because it's like, oh, this lane is so long. It's such a drag. There was no wind in it because when you were in there, it's probably like a bit of a wind tunnel in it because there's ones and twos in it.
Yeah, it was still windy. The first little bit was, because that's real tight there. So from when you pop up with those houses, and then you've still got a bit past the football field, all that bit was really windy.
But with me, there was no wind because there were so many bodies in there.
Yeah, and that's when it's harder then for you lot, and it's like, I bet it's real congested.
So I took a little knee for a bit. I had a little walk. I didn't take a knee, but I had a walk for like 30 seconds. Had a little sob to myself and then cracked on. And then, like I said, you come out the top. And as much of the time as I've walked up there, run up there, drove past that stretch, you forget that when you get to the first bend, that's not the bend that's taking you down onto the prom. And there's another bend.
An extra bay, haven't you? You forget you've got to go around and into the next one.
Yeah. So 104.59. I'll take whatever now. I don't know. I'm just happy on either side of the camera, having a good time. If I get into a marathon, great. But I'm just going to run and see what we do and run when I can be asked.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Hopefully, but then again, it'll change again now when the second run for all race comes round and I want to beat 30-50. So
yeah, well, that's the thing now. You've got targets, haven't you, for both? Because you've got me at the end first. Get quicker than 104. Much better course.
You didn't tell me that was 3 laps either when we signed up. You said, yeah, sign up. It's 3 laps, like.
Yeah, but it's fucking easy. Like, it's flat, big, fast loops, no tight turns.
My Strava's going to say Gareth completed a 3.333 mile run.
Oh, no. either a 2.07 or a 4.14.
Oh, but yeah, Porthcawl, man. Well done, Ben Keogh, as well. Got that sub 60 that you were chasing.
That's what he was after, and he got it. My list down the back as well. Top man.
Nice to see Adam Bull back. Yeah, nice to see Bull back. Finished 5th.
Yeah. 5th.
Caught up with a lot of people after as well. Always nice to see everyone. But Run for Wales can just... The thing is, right, I'm at the end of my tether now, because anything we say about Run for Wales or anything we do, there's nothing you can do. It's monopolised. They don't care. They don't read the comments on their posts or anything like that. They probably don't even read their emails, because they know if I don't do the race next year, someone else will do the race next year. It's going to sell out, right? Everything good about Paul has got nothing to do with Run for Wales. Like, the route is the route, right? But that's twice now, Barry and Pithcall, where they've run out of medals and run out... I don't understand how you run out of medals. You should have medals left over. You should have T-shirts left over. It shouldn't be the other way around, like, because 100%. You know how many people are racing.
100%. Obviously, there's been I think someone's messaged us straight away in the afternoon, didn't they? That every year there was people at the back end again without medals. And we were like, oh, not again. And then obviously it came to light yesterday. I think Wales Online run something today and had a few comments from the people that were towards the back end. Didn't get medals. And like we said, they're the people that pay their money.
The only 10K they ever do.
And they've really look forward to that
weeks of their life.
Yeah. And not at that, just that. Part of your fee goes towards that medal.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a park run.
Yeah. Exactly. A marshalled, closed roads park run. Like, fucking, I don't know, I haven't seen if they've apologised or I think they've offered refunds, haven't they? I don't know, I haven't seen, but...
That's fucking fickle.
I know they go on, I think they go on, like, trying to, because I heard something about, like, it's trying to, because they don't make enough money, so then they go on, well, if 10% don't turn up, so they don't order, like, 10% of the medals, but, like, that's tough. You take people's money, and 3,000 people enter, you order 3,000 fucking medals. End off.
And you just go, fucking hell. They're shameless anyway. They'd probably put them on their website for a tenner for people to buy them and pretend they done it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and the finish, they need to go back on the road, like, because, again, back end, middle of it, you're finishing, again, in ones and twos, right? And you're ciphering out easy, I imagine, okay? I'm finishing in waves, like. And you come up around the bend, and you just hit by a wall of backs, like.
Yeah. And, I finished, like, whatever I was. Shep, he was there, I had a quick word with him, because he'd finished fourth. I didn't see Bull until I come around, but I pretty much walked around straight away, got my T-shirt medal, but then there was sort of no one sort of helping everyone push on. So everyone sort of waiting there for the runner to come in.
And the crowd...
Exactly, the crowd was sort of
parallel to it as well.
Waiting for their runner, a person to come in. But then more and more people, so I did see Bull and Nick from Ponty, and I was talking to them, and all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, there's a swamp around us. Like, obviously it was only a couple of minutes, but later on, it must have been chaos. They should have maybe tried to keep a bigger area clear to move everyone on.
Just finish there. What was wrong with finishing on the road, like? Because then you've got the old road, you just flag out, don't you?
I think last year it was to do with the work on the, what's it called? The building, is it the pavilion or whatever they have the shows? Yeah. I think last year that's why it was moved to down there.
That's where flag drop used to be as well, didn't it?
Yes, it used to be in there, and it's still boarded off. And then now last year, I'm pretty sure there was roadworks and it was scaffolded, but now it's just like a temporary boarding around there, and they're hiding whatever work's going on. So I can't see why they couldn't finish there again.
Nothing as well.
Everyone's streaming down the road.
Yeah, and nothing. I think someone said there were salt tabs, and I know it's only a 10K, right? But just give us some refreshment. Bottle of water.
We got under a small bottle of water and walked around, medal, T-shirt. That was it. I didn't see nothing else.
Yeah. But like you said, there's nothing, like, they've monopolised running in Wales now, pretty much. It's going to take a lot to topple them. And you won't, like, because they've got Cardiff half, which is super halves. There'll be less and less Welsh people doing that every year now as well.
Well, now the way it's going to go with looks like being balloted.
Yeah, it looks like they're floating that idea in emails.
Yeah.
But like I said, it don't matter what we think, because someone else will run it. They're all selling out. But
exactly.
It's called 10K. Enjoyable race, class route, Run for Wales offer absolutely nothing to make it better. Just worse. But
true.
Special shout out for our little buddy Albie Gray as well. Done mile in
Yeah.
11:50 in Adidas this time as well. He's ditched
Oh.
Nike and moved over to Adidas.
Changing it up, and he giving it a different brand to go.
Yeah, so well done. I'll be great. 11:50. That's Call all wrapped up. Bits and bobs as well. Grand Slam looks like a mess, which is a massive disappointment because we were really excited for that, weren't we? But
Yeah.
apparently, $13 million. I was reading up a little bit about it, and apparently it is usually a delay in payments because you need to get drug testing back and stuff, apparently.
Okay.
But the delay, I mean, Gabby Thomas would be aware of the delay, so she wouldn't feel the need to comment on a TikTok asking to be paid if she knew what was going on.
Yeah, she was in the loop and what's going on. Yeah. See what comes of that, because like, there's a lot of money owed to a few people.
Promised a lot, didn't it? Like, and
It did.
the concept,
although I didn't see much of it again because it was all America and the time.
Yeah, time zones were shit,
didn't see much of it. Only highlights on Insta and things.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was triathlon weekend again. Before we get on to the Swansea 70.3, you might have seen our post. We're back. They're trusting us with mics again. August will be in Tenby Track Classic. We'll have more about that next week. But we're also hosting Call Triathlon in Call. Funny enough.
August the 10th.
Yeah. So if you can get down, come and have a good time with us. We'll be on the mic, having a laugh, and try not to offend anyone. Practicing not swearing in the next couple of episodes as well. Looking forward to that too.
Those two are the tough bit.
Yeah. Should be good though.
It should be good. Like another local event, isn't it? Great to be asked to come down and
always,
commentating, some interviews, bit of banter with the people out on the course as they're coming in off the swim, bike, run.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And this week is Swansea Ironman 70.3. Looking forward to that. But we were just saying before we started, that is going to be scorching.
It is. Looking at the weather, it's going to be like
mid-20s.
Yeah, I don't think you'll get that hot by the time they bike and run in, but it's going to be mid-20s by midday. So it's going to be hot.
Great event last year. Really, really enjoyed being down there. Looking forward to seeing, on a personal level, my Stig friends, the E3 boys and some of the Wolfpack as well. This is what we can compare it to, isn't it? Because this was a lot of their debuts last year.
Yeah, some of them was. Yeah, I missed last year, wasn't you? But went down the year before and watched and loved that. It was a real good event. And it's good. The bike, obviously, is the bike, in it with Ironmans. They're off in the fucking middle of nowhere, so you can't really get to see a lot. And the swim, it's just like a load of seals fucking swimming around.
I always go to take photos of the swim, and it's the most pointless exercise and the biggest waste of battery on my camera ever because it's just like a bunch of nipples hanging out the water. Like.
Yeah, but the run, we can get on that and see the boys back and forth and they loop. So, boys and girls is racing. It should be a busy one. It should be a good one for us. Tops off.
Yeah, that's where we've got these on too. I was meant to debut the Arwell t-shirt this weekend, but I don't think I'll be wearing sleeves. Thank you very much to everyone who stopped by and picked up the t-shirt. They'll be up for another couple of weeks, so don't be shy. Get through. I'll leave them up till your next payday just in case, and then we'll take them down. Yeah, that's fair. One. Anything else we need to recap?
Now, could have had another brilliant one, speaking of Arwell, a picture of him finishing this fucking race.
Was it?
Yeah, so I've come up and around, and then he was about a minute or so behind me. And as he's coming in, he's sprinting with some woman. And like he gets alongside, and he's like, and he chundered a little bit just before the line.
He probably seen you up there and thought, shit.
So he goes deep, again. Like, fair play to him, he goes deep every time.
He will. He's a good full sender.
He is.
Loads of runs vests out there as well. Fantastic to see. Thank you, everyone who ditches. Everyone who ditches their club colour for the morning and wears them. We appreciate it so much. I'm looking forward to the black one not being too snug on me maybe towards the end of the year so I can give that a spin as well. Right. This week, as soon as we seen this guy, we were like, we've got to get this guy on. I was even at the point, like his first video, I thought, I don't even think we need to keep an eye on this guy. He's clearly not a dickhead. And fair play, he's put in it's been an 8-month block, I think.
Yeah, 8-9 months, innit? Fair play. He's put the work in from nothing. Well, we find out now, innit? From
Yeah.
0 to 70.3 by the looks of it.
Yeah, and then he's ramming straight into a DJ set after it.
Straight off the fucking work.
Bloody hell. Better take some factor 50 down for Pedz. Right. Let me get him all set up. Let's take a quick break and then we'll have a chat with him, is it?
Yes, this should be fun.
All right, cool. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back. We have been joined by hopefully a familiar face for all your socials. If you're familiar with us, you've probably seen this guy popping up as well. Owen Pedal, aka Pedz. Thanks for joining us, Pedz. How's it going? You all right?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me, boys. Really appreciate it.
It's
Pleasure.
it's the business end now. We'll get on to Ironmans 70.3 in Swansea on the weekend. But how old are you?
23. 24.
So we don't have to. Yeah.
24.
Forgotten his fucking age. That's how much his 8 months have fucking gone.
Yeah, exactly. But so we haven't got that far to go back. But like, what was you busy in school? Was you active in school? What was you doing in school?
I used to play football when I was younger, then stopped playing when I got into secondary school, got into rugby then at 16, and just kind of like luckily fallen my way into some good places. So always was quite decent, but because of like a football brain, I've always ended up playing quite well rugby.
Yeah.
Even for a tight head, got like decent brain and hands, so it was all right, do you know what I mean? But always ended up...
Tight end's a prop, Nick. Nicky despises rugby. Tight end's a prop, right?
We're the ones who kick the ball and look really handsome and stand at the back and that, do you know what I mean?
Oh, I fucking don't get involved with rugby, me. I'm going to
Yeah, I played rugby there, then went to like never really trained properly. Probably should have put a bit more attention into it now on reflection, but you can only do it once. But yeah, I enjoyed it, but never really got as far as I should have. Probably just felt not like really putting my full effort into anything. Really, I'll be honest.
That's all you can do is learn from it, isn't it? Because you've definitely put all your effort into the last 8 months as well. So after rugby, no activity, no sport. When did you stop rugby?
Went Swansea Uni, played Swansea Uni Super Bucks. So at the first team, I played Welsh Varsity, won Welsh Varsity, which was a mental experience, to be fair. So played in the Liberty in front of 12,000, 15,000 people.
Yeah, varsity days. The city's locked down, don't it?
Yeah, so it was class, really class. And then finished uni, so I just thought, I can't go back to Welsh rugby, everyone kicking each other's heads in and that, so I just like this. So I played senior rugby when I was 18, before I went to uni, for Cross Keys, and the game for Newbridge as well. And everyone was just smashing each other's heads in, I was just like, I don't even like this. I didn't even enjoy it. Looking back at it, I thought, why did I even spend so much time doing it? It was kind of just something I felt like I had to do. But now I look back, actually, I did enjoy it, but I think, what was I doing for so long?
It don't look enjoyable to me,
No, it's not. Whatever said it's enjoyable is lying as well.
Yeah, it looks way too hard.
I played second team, on a wing in the backs, and that is your worst player. The wingers in the seconds team is just whoever's available. But I enjoyed it a bit because nothing really happened on my side. I was just getting cold.
On the right side, no pass out, could they?
Yeah. But mixing it up in the front row, like you said, getting your head bashed, Jesus, it's not for me.
Which one are you from, my city?
Both of us.
Well, we both are.
I live in Swansea now.
Gareth lives in Swansea now.
I played my stake Harlequins on a Saturday afternoon, first ever game. And there's a tight head there, I swear he's played 400 games.
Dean Ronan.
The ball guy.
Yeah.
He fucking taught me a lesson or two there. I think
he's finally good, Dean, and he can.
Yeah, Dean, rugby's in his blood, it's all he knows.
I give away 15 scrum pens. I was like, ref, yellow card me, get me off here.
Do me a favour.
It was first senior game, turned up in a Wales Academy t-shirt, and he's probably just look at this bella, and I'm going to smack him. I was like,
I think Dean's wore his fair share of Welsh Academy stash, so you're all right. But
yeah, bloody hell, fair play.
We had, Nathan, we had on a couple of weeks ago, one of my stake boys has just transitioned really from rugby to having a go running, and he played second row for the Quins as well. He's probably kicking the penalties as well, man.
Yeah, he probably smashed my head in as well.
But you're welcome up there all the time now. But so what was the gap like between like this start of this journey and stopping rugby? Was there a gap, or was you like, I just got to do something now, or was it just fucking about?
Nah, big gap. Always try to get back in the gym and that, because I didn't mind the gym when I was playing rugby, but just kind of went there for a month, didn't see any results, just binned it off. But that was like 2 years, probably like just over 2 years, where I just like going in, doing the same thing, getting no results, just leaving, and then coming back 3 months later. But never really tried running or swimming or cycling, just literally running and did some bodybuilding bits and that. And
Yeah. So why the fuck have you signed up to do this then?
yeah, fucking I've done the same thing myself for the last fucking 8 months every night before I go to bed.
Yeah. How's it happened though? Like, talk us from the start, the idea, to now, like.
So I was training and that, just not really getting on with it. My mates, Ev and Tidmarsh, so Ev's my coach, Tidmarsh, one of the boys as well, they did Swansea, last year.
Yeah.
We went out and watched them. I was like, fuck, this looks fucking class.
Yeah, innit? You was in Tenby, everyone gets up, but like, it's fucking unreal, innit?
Class. And I was like, oh, there's no way I could do this.
Full, yeah.
So I was like, oh, fuck, doing a marathon. Because they were like, after they got to the end, they were like, oh, we've just got a marathon left now. I was like...
4 laps as well, like. It's not even a marathon, is it? It's 4 laps, like.
Yeah,
4 big laps.
4 5K up, 5K downs.
Yeah.
So I went there and I thought, this is fucking class. So Ev signed me up like 2 weeks later. Literally was sat in his living room and he was just, I was saying how good like it was and that experience, and he was like, just do one. And he's the type of bloke that could literally just get up off his sofa and just do one. Do you know what I mean? Without training.
Yeah.
He signed up for one. I think he did Weymouth 70.3 a couple of years ago, and he just popped up and was like, "Oh shit, 3 weeks to go," and then just like 6 hours. So he was like, "I'll just sign up for one. Just sign up for Swansea. You went uni down there, it'd be class." And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "I'll coach you for it. Like, don't worry about the coaching. Like, I'll do it for free if you just actually train." So I was like, "Oh yeah, go on then." Like giving it big ones, thinking like, "Whatever, I'm not going to do it." And then Tid made us sign a contract on his phone, literally. And I'll send the contract over to you. It's actually pretty funny. It's called like Sugar Man to Iron Man. And it's basically saying I have to train so often and do so much, and if I don't do it, I have to pay him like 150 quid a month for every month of training I don't do and that. So I'm not giving it an 150 quid, so I better start training. But yeah,
you need friends again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like I look back at it now, and I look back at photos of myself. I'm like, holy shit! Like, no wonder they were having a go at me all the time. So it is nice. Yeah, they are class.
But so that's because we've been down there like last couple of years, and you're watching them flying around the place and the thing is, right, Pedz, you'll see all shapes. You see bigger boys and bigger girls than you coming out of that water as well. But it's like you just want to do it, don't you? But you've gone and done it. By the time I get home off the from Tenby off a motorway, I'm over it. Like, but
you're over it, there. They just caught me in a desperate moment.
Yeah.
It's a long.
I bet you're not the only one. Loads of people do it. I reckon sign up like half a back of watching a Tenby or a Swansea because it is such a buzz. Like seeing people do it.
Yeah. They definitely think, "What am I doing?" as well the whole time.
Yeah.
I saw blokes going out for their like last lap, the last 10K lap, and it was pitch black, and I was walking back, and I was thinking,
it started raining. It was lamping down at that point too, wasn't it?
Yeah. I thought, fair play, boys. Like I'd have been like,
But it must have been like such a because it's such a different training to rugby and bodybuilding and everything as well. Like you probably didn't quite know what you were letting yourself in for either, right?
Nah. Well, the boys always said like how mint it is doing zone 2 running and zone 2 training because you haven't got to try that hard. And I was like,
we got to try. Zone 2's hard for us, like me and you.
I know, innit? They were like zone 2 running, and they eat loads of sweets and drink loads of Coke. And I was like, fuck, I've been doing that anyway. I was like, may as well just add the training on, and then as soon as I started training on, I was like, oh fuck this. But no.
So before you signed up, could you swim? Had you done any biking? No, you couldn't even swim proper.
Couldn't. I'd like learned how to swim when I was younger. Didn't do any swim. Like if you dropped me in the water, I wouldn't have died. But I couldn't do it.
It was most of us.
Same breed, like.
Yeah.
Because you were swimming with Pritch when you were a couple of weeks ago. We done the first SY Sleep When You're Dead sprint triathlon.
He's legend.
I'm exactly the same boat. Nicky's a freak, obviously, right? But I'm in the same boat as you. I was learning to swim, learning to ride a bike. But how hard is learning to swim, like?
It's mental, but isn't it? You get in the pool, you're like, when you think about swimming, you think, I've always known how to swim, I'll be fine. Then you get in the pool, and I like swum, I think, 10 meters. I got up and I was like, I turned around to all the boys pissing themselves at me, and I was like, this is like 9 months to go. And I was like, oh, fuck. But
yeah,
it was.
And you're in the pool and you do that one bang in length, and you're like, oh my God, I can swim. And then you turn around to do the next length, and there's forgotten how to swim again.
I think I was doing to start. I think my first 2 months of swimming was just one length, or first month was just one length, and then stop, and then rest until back to normal, then another length. So I probably did 500 meters in an hour and a half, and it was just literally just slogging through as well.
Yeah.
But I had a session with Dave Tong the other day as well, down Peak Swim. That was class as well, to be fair. So. Yeah, he really helped out, but just helped getting a bit more efficient. So it's nice. The swimming isn't really I don't know, it's still pretty hard, but probably the most relaxed one out of all of them, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think as hard as it is, and it looks in our water, and it can probably be scary, you can just control, go slow, and then, don't have to exert yourself too much. Just get through it. That's what I was when I done one.
And the more relaxed you are, the easier, the quicker you go as well.
It can be high.
So it's not like running where if you just relax through it, you end up going quick, slower. It's just you just turn your brain off, and you end up doing quite well. So that's probably the biggest learning curve of that as well.
But you've come on leaps and bounds with this swim, and you look like you were flying through the res and the reels we've seen.
Yeah, it does feel good, to be fair, because it's probably the one I was scared of the most. And then because it's the first one as well, it's you can't really fuck it up, otherwise your whole day's gone. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can make it to that cut off, and the day's over. Yeah,
and apparently they're quite strict on the old cut-offs as well.
They fucked up last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they fucked up, didn't they? Yeah, Kelly Ruck, who's come on here, she's she got out of the swim on time, and then because the transition's quite long, isn't it, in Swansea?
Yeah, I know.
So by the time she got from the swim out, that's your time. You're done. It doesn't matter then. Get the transition.
Yeah.
The people in transition and fucked up. They thought she'd got there late, so they disqualified her there and then, which was so she's back this year for redemption, hopefully. But yeah,
did she carry?
They admitted their error, didn't they? So they'd probably be a bit more lenient this year because they fucked up last year, Pedz. So don't worry.
Because it's isn't it over a K back into transition?
Yeah, it's quite far.
So put shoes in. That would be some advice. The boys have said that we know. Get some shoes in a bag.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Don't try and walk it fucking over because it's quite far.
Yeah, and the concrete won't be that warm at that point, will it? Because the swim starts at 7, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll probably be in there 20 past, swimming like fuck.
Oh yeah, you love it. Those fucking lobes going in.
Is a pro in this year as well.
Yeah,
all the nasty quick boys are going to be there. They'll be finishing as I'm about to get on the bike.
Yeah, but don't worry about it, fuck them. It's about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all good. They've lost before as well, haven't they?
Lost.
But what's the volume and I've been for you, and everything? Because you've been doing, and more so recently because it's a business end, you've been doing the bricks and stuff like that. But has the volume been a big thing to juggle as well and get used to?
The volume probably isn't the hardest thing. I'd say it's more the amount of times of training, if that makes sense. So the volume isn't it's not a proper naughty volume like the full Ironman is. I'm not going out doing 30k runs and stuff, but
yeah,
it's just the frequency of training. So it's gone up to 8 or 9 sessions a week, and I'm just fucking hell, just tired of showering all the time. Do you know what I mean?
Got dirty kit and fucking towels on.
We're one to run and that as well. It's fucking carnage.
But that's King t-shirt, that is. That's like USA, your USA 94 t-shirt. You need to auction that off after this.
I know. I had a blue t-shirt first, like when I first started, and I put it on, and one of the boys looked at me and was like, "Fuck me, Pedz, you can't wear that anymore." I was like, "All right." So I took a new one, but yeah, it's just more like the volume had built up to just over like run distance. Swim distance was never really an issue because you kind of start doing those swim sessions early on, and then the run distance was just trying to hit a half marathon a week. I just didn't want to hit too. I think Ev, my coach, didn't want to go too like high on the run volume, just to keep the knees and hips intact, basically. Because at the end of the day, like we always said, that if you put me on a half marathon line 9 months ago, like it wouldn't have been pretty, but it would have been done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can slog a half marathon, like you can walk effectively.
It's the most natural movement, isn't it? Like,
yeah, you can effectively walk one, and you would still get over the line. So it wouldn't be pretty, or it wouldn't be a nice time, but it would happen. Like with the bike, it was more pressing for me.
The bike's been the trickiest of it.
I just say that like I felt mint on the watt bike for ages. I was like, fuck, this bike's gonna be a piece of piss. And then I went out on the bike, and then I started encountering like steep hills, and I was like, oof. Like I live in Newport, so it's down the bottom is all flat and nice, but up the valleys where like me and all the boys bike is just minging everywhere. There's just monsters everywhere. So it'd be nice going around them, but also like learn a bit about just actually biking, about changing gears and doing all that. You don't even think about it really until you're on it, and then that's stress. When you think about like clipping in, clipping out. Luckily, I've only fallen off once, but that was after like 4 hours sleep. I felt horrendous. Woke up. It was like didn't talk to the boys for like 30k. It's just like kept my head down, didn't say anything. But it's more the volume of like hills and how your legs felt. So it's not too bad. The bricks I've been doing for a while as well. So always had like on a 2k run. So not a big, but it's nice. Like 15 minutes. Just the worst, like get your shoulders and that. Which
completely changing your body and like
I thought it'd be your legs.
Get your legs going again, and I suppose from like sitting on a bike.
Your legs, but like
motion.
They come off quite hot because you've been like using them for 4 hours.
Yeah.
You're actually like nice and in the rhythm of going. It's more like for me anyway. I don't know if that's for everyone, but like my shoulders and like my upper back from being like bent over the bike was just. First time I ever did it, I was like, whoa! I was like, there's no way I can be doing that. It's been a lot of different training, I'll tell you that, compared to 4x8 bodybuilding rugby.
Yeah, it's a different breed, innit? And I fucked about on mine. I was a sprint doing it, and we'd obviously mates with the boys, similar to you with Evan as well. Some absolute freaks at triathlon as well, and the volume they are doing, training for like the full distances, is nothing short of ridiculous. But they're seasoned boys as well. Like they know what they're signing up for. They know what they're doing. This has been like an all new kettle of fish for you. When did it start? Not to get easier, but maybe you got used to it. And when did you start to enjoy it? If you started to enjoy it as well, like.
Well, it's quite a different question, that is, because it's like it's hard because I started to enjoy it in like November, December, after like a month or two, and then in February, 2 months later, I looked back at myself in December and was like, I didn't even count that as training because I was doing like a couple K run, like a bit in the pool.
I know.
So every like 2 months, I've looked back at myself 2 months ago and gone like, I'm enjoying it way more now, but I wasn't even really training. Just the way the volume's gone up and up and up, it's just I've just felt like every couple of months before I wasn't really training. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
Do you get me? Because it's like I look back and
you enjoyed every phase of it then, like different phases, clicking it up a gear and then still enjoying it.
Yeah, like I look back in December and I was doing like a couple of K, like 5 or 6K run, probably like 40 minutes on the bike and like 1,500 in the pool. And then I look back in like February and I was doing 2K in the pool, like an hour and a half on the bike and a 10K run. And I was like, I wasn't even doing anything back then. So I can't even count that as training. Do you know what I mean?
it's not linear, is it? And it's like you get comfortable and it's getting maybe easier for you. And then Evans turned the dial up a little bit. And then you've gone back to, fuck, I hate this again.
Yeah.
And you've got used to it again. So it's just, yes, it's like bumpy, isn't it?
Yeah, and with him, it's because he's like one of my best mates. He rings me every morning at 7:30. He's like, "You all right? What are you training today?" Oh, fuck.
Oh.
So it's
You haven't
like,
been allowed to quit, have you? Have you thought about quitting?
yeah, loads. That's the first reason I started putting on social. So I couldn't, because I knew quite a lot of people anyway, just from my work and uni and stuff and rugby. Like you always end up knowing quite a lot of people from around here. So I just plonked it on TikTok. I was like, oh, they might see it, they might not. And then I had like 500 messages, and I was like, fuck, I'm actually got to do it now.
How many Instagram followers did you have before you started? Because you're up quite high now, aren't you?
Like 4,000, I think.
You got 22 this week when I looked, I think, was it?
More now.
26.1 now.
26, yeah, I seen over 26. Fucking. That's good, though, isn't it? That's fucking,
it's mental, to be fair.
Everyone enjoys the journey, and then someone seems just a normal bloke with his fucking money on the line, so to say, and just fucking getting it done and doing it.
Yeah, it is good. I've had a lot of people message me saying that they'd love to start, but they don't really know how. So that's something that me and the boys are looking at now, because there's not really an entry level anyway for couch to triathlon.
Oh, exactly.
Loads of couch to 5K. That's fucking 70.3.
That'll be class, that will, because you've had to train Pedz, I guess, with these units as well, because have you trained with anyone like a similar DAP, similar paces with you, or are you just going out on the same routes as these and meeting them at the end? Like,
well, with the normally I just go do the bike. They slow down for the bike with me because I'm only a couple of K slower than they just slow down on the bike for me basically. And then runs, they were just like, you can do that stuff. I'm not waiting for you. So, fair enough.
But that's better, because I've had people like try and run with me and I'm like, just fucking go, like, because you're putting more pressure on me to be 30 seconds faster a split being with me. So just go away and I'll see you at the end, like.
Yeah, or just I quite like when I first started, I don't know why, but I really enjoyed running like fucking really dark, like. I just think it's because no one could see me in that. I was just like, I'd go and do it on my own, and it was quite
rocky, like.
Just so I like in my own bit, and the boys were like, "What the fuck are you doing?" It's like literally running pitch black. And they were like, "What are you doing?" I was just like, "Oh, it's alright. I'll train on my own. Don't worry about it." But I think like those times I actually learned how to run properly on my own, because I was just trying to keep up with them acting like I could breathe, but I just couldn't. But I did one session or a couple of sessions near the start when Ev was like teaching me how to run properly and that. And it was like December. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt because I was just sweating, like fucking boiling. And he was wearing like puffer, jumper, quarter zip, t-shirt, long socks, trousers, and he was running like backwards in front of me. And he was like, "Have you seen the scene on Shrek when Donkey's running circles around Shrek?" It was exactly like that. And he was like, "Oh, how are you?" And I was just like, I couldn't. I was just like, "Oh, I was just like, fuck off, just see you at the end."
But that's banging to look back on now as well. He's still faster than you, obviously, isn't he? But you can talk to him when he's running around circles, you know. Yeah, not like out of breath, like, innit?
Now he's a bit more tired when he's doing circles around me. So happy days.
Yeah.
I did actually.
Massive jump. So that, like, the social media, I can imagine your social media growth as well has had not much negativity as well, because everyone wants you to succeed at this, don't you? Do you know when someone's at the business end of something, you'll get the negativity, won't you? Because when someone's really good at something, you almost people want to see them fail as well. Like, but yours must just be like flat out positivity most of the time, right?
Yeah, it's quite nice. I read I couldn't even number how many messages I had. It's unbelievable. I actually couldn't even put a number on it. It's mental. But the negative ones come in, and they're always the ones you remember most.
Yeah, definitely.
Way 10 times more. But they're never really too negative. They're just a bit funny. Like some bloke saying that, like, I should have lost more weight. I'm like, yeah, mate, class. Cheers, bro. Like, hope you have a good night's sleep tonight and that.
Kill them with kindness, isn't it?
Yeah, and then like people like stick up for me and that, so it feels like I don't even need to do it myself.
Yeah.
just like go back on the comments 6 hours later, and then got people being like, "Fuck off!" And now, quite nice. But the only ones I've had are people just telling me that I'm running too much, running too little, not doing this enough, not doing that enough, which are like not really hate comments. They're just whatever they think. And
Yeah, you get everyone's got an opinion, haven't they?
Also,
I remember.
Yeah, definitely. You've got to do your own thing, haven't you? What works for you?
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I've just said to Ev, like, every time one's come in, and I've sent it to him, and he's just been like, "Tell him shut up."
Yeah. I remember, like, going back when we first started this pod, and I'd be, like, quite obsessive about the follower numbers and stuff like that. And I'd, like, look, and like, in your insights, and it'll show you how many new followers and unfollows you've had in a week. And I'd send Nicky a screenshot. I'd be like, look at that. It'd be like 67 new followers, 3 unfollowers. I'd be like, 67 new followers. He's like, why the fuck have 3 people unfollowed us? Don't worry about them.
Yeah, I've been getting 100, 150 a week unfollowers. Why don't they like me anymore?
What have I done? Like, I'm getting too fit.
What did we say? What did we do?
Probably spamming their feed with word nip.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
whatever, innit? But I
It's
don't like.
class, though. So this week is obviously taper time now, is it?
Yeah, started taper. Well, I had like a lower week last week, and then just chill week this week. So just a 28-minute run earlier, but just felt horrendous. I think it's part of it though, apparently.
Yeah, it is. Like, don't worry about it. Like, every taper I do for marathons feels fucking dreadful.
Yeah.
It's like your body feels like you're shutting down, feel like you've got a cold, feel like you've got every niggle. It's fucking all up there. Just, obviously, your coach will tell you, just try and switch off from it. It's hard. I'm still the same. I still get nervous and anxious with it. We just got to block it out. We've done the work.
Did like a 15-minute zone 2 run warm-up, and I was just run at my normal zone 2 pace, like 7:45, and then check my watch after like a minute and a half just to see how long I've been going. And it was like high zone 3. I was like, whoa! I was like, fuck, what's happened here? I was like, what's going on? But Ev just said that don't worry about it, just take your time on that. So just had to slow down, which is probably the hardest thing about running, isn't it? It's just the ego bit of it.
And it's, like, I'm probably similar to yourself as well. I know when you're slow anyway, it's easier for Nicky to find a pace when he's running fast than it is to us to find a pace when we're running slow, because it's like, I need to drop it down, but I don't think I can get any slower without stopping. Like, do you ever get that kind of weird feeling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because at the start, because I was doing minute run, 3-minute walk to the start, and then I went on to like the distance. So just like do 5K, like however you want. And then January time started bringing in some like zone stuff just to get used to it. And the first one I did, Ev was like, just do 35-minute zone 2, but just try and stay in zone 2 for as long as you can. And I was like, piece of piss. And I did like, I think 12 seconds. And I was like, whoa! I was like, that's mental. And we went for it with the boys, and I was like, all right, boys, I'll actually see you at the end of this one. I ended up doing like 10 minutes a kilometre, just walking loads, because I wasn't. Yeah. So that was a tough 2 months. Felt like I took like 5 steps back, just because I was running like nice, and then to get hit down like that. But look back at all my heart rate on Strava, and I was running like 180 heart rate every run. So I was like, oh, I probably
didn't need to.
It's been a journey though, and like, I've enjoyed watching it. So it must be like, this is the week. Like, you must be like, I don't want to put any more on you, but it must be like a nervous week for you this week as well. Especially because, maybe if you hadn't put it on TikTok and you had carried on, you've got 26,000 people now who are like fucking waiting to see what happens on Sunday as well.
Yeah, it is a weird one because everyone's like, go out, enjoy it and stuff. But I just, in a sportsman and that, topped, I'm always like, fucking don't want to lose. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, I'm not going to win, so don't worry about that. But it's more just like, I don't want to. I know we just said about ego, but it's more ego. Like, I don't want to put on. Like, if I put a video on Instagram and just be like, I just fucked it. Like, I just don't think I could do that. And like, I can't even envision myself doing that. Do you know what I mean? So I think I have to do it just out of pride.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it, isn't it? And that's where you're going to have to dig in on the bike and stuff like that, and on the run, because again, not to like, well, it is what it is now anyway, not to scare you, but it's going to be fucking really hot on our run. Like,
Yeah,
the bike is going to be tough. But if you get off our bike, 10 minutes later, you're tamping, you've got off our bike and ruined the day, like, and it's the same with the run, innit?
Yeah, no, exactly. So I'm just keeping my pace, really. I don't
running your race, innit? Riding your race.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I'm gonna. I say this, I'm fucking lying. I know it as well. I'm actually gonna go out a bit naughty on that bike, but the thing is, it's hard because I can't actually go that hard because those hills. Those hills.
I don't really know the route, but I've heard it's quite tough. And the good boys that we know say it's a tough fucking route, like.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh yeah, the first 30 is quite hard, first 30k, and then some of the people say, oh, the middle 30k is really hard, and then some people say the last 30k is really hard. So it's just all really hard.
It's all of it.
But it's a lot like that Caswell one's a bit naughty, but they're only little hills, and you just got to get over it. But there's a point. Yeah. There's a point where you go down, turn left. It's like a roundabout on the coast, and you go around the roundabout. Apparently, that bit's class. But after that, like, I'm just gonna go and try and enjoy myself. But did like a horse recce last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And
so you know them was coming.
Yeah, there were people going past me on the hills, and obviously realised what I was wearing, or just obviously seen the size of me or whatever, and just been like, oh yes, Nips. They're like, oh, the hills are quite hard, aren't they? As they were like going past me on the hill, like times the speed. So I was just like, oh, cheers, mate. Like, thanks for that one. Yeah, they look really hard.
This like sport, endurance, running and triathlon as well, is so supportive as well. Like they're genuine, like, you know, they mean like, yeah, come on, if you get up this hill now, keep going, you'll be fine. Like, it's not patronizing or anything, like, is it?
It's just angry when you're the one having it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But 8 months ago, Nibs, you weren't getting up at it, like,
no, exactly, yeah. So it is different, but it's like what you said, like chasing the carrot in it. So you can never get it. And I know on the day, if I go and do a 8:01, I'll be like, fuck, I should have got sub 8, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But it's one of them ones where I just like, I think I'm just happy to get over the line, have a couple of beers.
Yeah, because first goal, finish, and then on the day, you're going to have that adrenaline burst of points and push, and yeah, fucking great. You should do as well, innit? But then at the end of the day, you all get the same fucking medal, and your goal is finish number one, innit? And then time goals is fucking bonuses, innit?
Yeah, me and the boys were joking about doing me going for it, because I've been trying to do this sub 35k for months. I just can't do it. Boys were like, last 5k, you've got the most amount of you've ever had in you. Just give it a rip.
Give it a rip.
Up. Don't tell Ev, just go for it. I was like, might give it a go. If I've got loads of time, I'll be like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to try. If I'm going to go for time, I'll be like, nah. But if I got it, I'll be like, fuck it, I've done it now. It'd be quite cool if I could do it after all that.
It would be fast. That would be brilliant.
But you've got to be careful because you're shooting straight off to do a DJ set as well, and you're off your head.
I know, yeah. Well, I'm going to go back to we got an Airbnb in like Bryn Mawr, so I'm going to go back there. Apparently, I'm not like lying down. It's probably the worst thing you can do.
Yeah. Try not to fucking do that.
Just going to go back. It depends how many times I piss myself. I'm just going to... I was going to just go straight to bamboo in my tri-suit.
That's it, but yeah.
But like, I don't know. It depends how many times because I've pissed myself more than twice, and I can't do that.
Yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a bit of a smell.
Pop like thing that everyone does is pisses themselves and that.
Yeah, they piss themselves. I know runners that just piss themselves. I don't know runners. If I had to piss, I'd stop. But I don't. All the tri boys, they piss like fuck.
I just
warms them up as well.
5 weeks ago, I can't piss in them. You know what I mean? Because I got to wear them after.
Yeah, okay.
Just fucking DJing bamboo, smelling a piss with a medal around your neck, like.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I'm gonna go there. Gonna go and have some food. Probably change and that, and then head down to bamboo. I'll definitely be going there though. But the thing is, it's like what we were saying earlier. I just don't know if I don't get over the line. It's like, why? I just got to celebrate the journey, haven't you? Do you know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah. This is just the last dance, isn't it?
Yeah,
it won't undo the last 8 months of work, will it?
No. It'll feel like
maybe it will. It feel like you have.
Nah, it won't. It's definitely changed my life, but just more. I want to just do this now, just so I can say I've done it, and Otherwise, I'll be chasing it again for another year then. Do you know what I mean?
Well, what's the plan after this? Like, have you thought about, are you dropping what bombs up Heartbreak Hill in Tenby next year?
Oh, I know. Well, I think it's like the only, not logical decision because it's so illogical, but it's probably the natural progression.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's really hard. Like, I'd rather do an Ironman that's a bit easier than probably the hardest one. Do you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't go and fucking do the hardest marathon you could do for your first one just for a laugh. Probably just try and do a flat and then try to figure something out. Do you know what I mean?
It's just local as well, though, innit? That's half the battle with them. But you get the Outlaws and everything up in Nottingham as well, which is just a spin in the cup. Newport, it's probably just as far, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tenby's far for you, I guess.
Miles away, yeah. The Tenby one does look good, but I work in like student events and stuff, like nightclub events and that. So that's in Freshers Week for me. So it's like an awful time zone.
That's a busy time of the year, like, isn't it?
Oh no, way you get it.
What a shame, like.
I have to do French Riviera instead.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of nice ones in America that are like lake swim, flat run, flat bike. So I'll probably just have an eye on one of them. But
fucking hell, you're going full pelt.
Yeah, I think now I've got it. I've just got to give it a go. But I need to just try and figure out how I'm going to do them, basically, because I don't know. They're fucking expensive as well.
That's what I was going to say. Like,
that's a massive thing with them there. Like I say, it's not just the event; it's the travel to the event, the fucking accommodation, the fuel. One fucking thing, the amount of food and gels and fucking shakes and everything you need. On top of the bike, tri-suit, wetsuit.
Yeah, luckily Zone 3 sent me a wetsuit and tri-suit, which is pretty ideal.
Oh, no.
See, bet.
Yeah, I texted her and I was like, all right, guys, I'm going up with open water swimming next week. Any danger, please?
Any chance?
And to be fair, the guy on there has been class. So he said that, but he offered like a long course entry last week as well.
Yeah.
Because I think they had one spare. And I thought, this could be a good laugh. And I thought, actually, no, it won't.
No, it won't.
No, it wouldn't be there.
Don't burn the matches.
I know it didn't matter, what's it? Like, I could have done any distance, but I was just like, what's the point? I should have done the swim, really, but we're here now, aren't we? I just didn't want to I was going to do a sprint try in the Cardiff, and I was looking at Mumbles or Saundersfoot or whatever they call it. And at the Swansea when they did that turned into a duathlon. And I was just looking around, I was just like, I don't really want to, like, the end goal is the race, and I don't want to do 5 races before it and learn. Just kind of get him.
Yeah, that atmosphere that's going to be around Swansea on Sunday will have the edge taken off it a little bit then if you're used to a little bit of an atmosphere in other places.
And just like used to the actual racing bit. And I just thought it was, if I watched someone and they would been doing, and they said, we're going to sign up to do a half marathon, and then 10Ks before, I got whatever. But fuck it, I just do it as raw as I can, really, and just see, experience it.
I love it. That's like a proper block, innit? 8 months on your head, bang, race.
Yeah, 8 months, walk in, couldn't swim, couldn't bike, straight in the deep end. Couldn't go much deeper, really, but
literally.
Has it been I know it's been a massive lifestyle change for you, obviously, but was your lifestyle bad before it as well? Like,
I'd say nah, but a couple of other people would probably say yeah. I was going out quite a bit because I DJ and the boys DJ.
Part of it, then, isn't it?
Yeah, like I do student events in nightclubs and that with work. I'd never drink at them, really. Obviously, you just don't want to get wankered at work because that's just a bit naughty. But I'd like go out probably most weekends. Didn't really realise how bad it was until I stopped going out. And then it's all that spending money with triathlon bollocks. But I thought I'd save loads of money from not going out, and I've actually got less money than when I started. I didn't know how I did it.
But I'm so thankful when we done it, right? It was a bit before this massive triathlon boom. I done mine. I bought a fucking surfing wetsuit, which I thought wetsuit's a wetsuit, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought
that was all right because the buoyancy let me have a couple of breaks in the water. Like, I bought I had a bike off my mother and father for Christmas. I said, just get me the second cheapest one from Argos and a pair of Nike Air Max 270s, like. But the gear now is something else, like. And but what you've got is what you've got, like, innit?
Yeah, the bloke who I went in the cycling shop definitely took the piss out of me as well. There's no way he didn't. Like, he saw me walk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I've got in here. I went in, tried my shoes on, and he was like, "You got extra wide feet. You need these extra expensive shoes." And then, of course, I do. And then I spent like fucking £100 on a helmet because I got a big head as well. I was like, "Oh mate." So I'd spent like double what everyone else should have already.
Yeah.
But luckily,
All back.
pretty good bike on Facebook for like £400. So happy days there. But it's like, it is mental expensive. Like the tri-shoots are like 180, £200. It's fucking mental.
It is.
And then, like I said, you get in deeper now, and that 400 quid bike is suddenly, I need a new bike. And then it's like you're adding zeros onto the end of them. Like some of those bikes out there are worth more than my car. Like,
Yeah, so it's more my house, I reckon. But
yeah,
I just think is what I think is all the boys are saying, oh, because I've got an aluminium frame bike. All the boys are like, oh, carbon this, 7 kilos, 10 kilos. I was like, boys, I'm fucking 130 kilo. Like, I want a mountain bike to go around with. Like massive wheels.
Yeah.
I looked at the road bike.
full bars, like.
3 on that.
I know. I looked at the road bike wheels. I was like, you sure I can go on them or? I thought I was going to sit on it and it'd like crumple up into like a little ball.
Oh, that's class.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing you flying around the place on the weekend, Pedz. We'll be down there. I'll try and get some photos of you flying that 30-minute. Speaking of photos, that photo you put on we would have come down on Sunday, but it was called 10K as well. Otherwise, we would have come down to Cardiff to do the shakeout with you. But there were plenty of people down there as well.
Yeah, class, to be fair.
Are they new people as well? A mix of everything, or were they like your main kind of friends as well? Like,
so a lot of my friends and a lot of people from like who I haven't spoke to in a while. So like a couple of mates, uni mates, and that, like who still live in Cardiff, and a couple of boys I used to play rugby with. So not like tight circle, but like boys I know well, who just come out to support, which is class. But had a family come out, like 2 kids, and I was like,
mad, isn't it?
I was like, fuck, how many of these people watch my videos, and I'm just swearing on them all, and that I was like, I feel really bad, like I'm such a bad influence.
I know.
And then I had a couple of randoms and that, but my mates do a run club in Cardiff as well, called Pull Up Run Club. It's just like they run music events and that, and they just do it as more like a student socially run club, more than like a actually trying to run their head off run club. So they like come and supported me as well, so that was nice. So it was a nice mix of people, but did it at like a 7:38 pace. So I think it brought a few more down who a bit more intimidated by that 30-minute 5K. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
I think you forget how many, when you do run and you are slower, I think you forget how many people actually like you as well.
Yeah, there's more people like me than there is like Nicky.
Yeah, but it's like the Strava's like the best and worst social media ever for that.
It can be.
If you look around, I'm always doing. I look at like 20-minute 5Ks and I'm mint. I fuck this, straight off it. But
yeah, that's his own too as well. Like.
Yeah, there's a couple of them who are flying. Like that Lucy Davis is flying. Do you follow her on Instagram?
Lucy, yeah, she's on in a couple of weeks.
Is she? She is flying.
Nicky done the because she done the Puma. She was part of the Puma Sub 3 for the London Marathon, wasn't she?
Oh, fuck no, but she runs like.
Did we honest the same Lucy Davis?
Short
blonde hair.
No,
where's she from?
Oh, she's like an influencer runner type from London. She's like pulling 25K zone 2, like 129 BPM, and she's running like 4:30. So what? I can't even run a 4:30, let alone fucking do it like that.
Not yet, but not yet.
Never.
Not yet, indeed.
What do you fancy after this? Now, we know we've spoke about triathlon and stuff like that, but know if we sort of said to you now, right, Pedz, after this, you can either spend a year doing swimming events, doing biking events, or doing running events.
I'd probably do Probably do swimming. I just quite like I don't know, it's just how different it is to everything else. Like,
Yeah.
there's some proper, you can do some proper naughty stuff in the swimming as well, compared to the running and biking is obviously mental. There's some of the stuff people are doing, but you can do some really naughty stuff as well. Like that, like what Pritch did around Wales is fucking naughty. Like,
Crazy out.
I think now I've got this like thing in my head where the next thing I do has got to be stupid, because go 0 to 70.3 is stupid, but going from a 70.3 to a full doesn't look as stupid.
Yeah, it's just like Nick, you said, the progression. You need to go back and listen to last week's episode with Bob Thomas. He's towed his drum kit 100. How far was it, Nick?
100 miles.
100 miles towing a drum kit.
He ran 100 miles with his drum kit, and he's just gone and done some crazy stuff. Like,
yeah, he got his best friends to book him a random flight and drop him somewhere in Europe, and he had to ride a bike back. Ended up in Pisa. Had to ride a bike. He's got a good YouTube series about that. Go and have a look while you're tapering this week. But we need to get what we'll have to do now, Pedz, at the end of the summer, we'll get you on a deck and we get all our guests together and just have a podcast party.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll have to play some of the older music for us, though.
That's all right. I'll figure it out. I was thinking about doing something a bit stupid as well, like going to Ibiza and that, because I want to do a season out there next year. I was thinking, why not just do something a bit ridiculous out there, like something like run. Got to run a bit, swim a bit, bike a bit down there. But I kind of weighed it all up, and I thought, whatever I do is ridiculously stupid. So, like, there's no nice thing you can do. And I thought, I'm not doing any of that, actually. Because the only thing you could swim is the channel, and I thought, fuck doing that.
That's fucking absolutely loopy.
Yeah.
You got and you've got this big audience to satisfy now as well, haven't you?
I know, and if I see them numbers going down, I'll be gutted. So I've got to do something stupid. Do you know what I mean? But I think, a couple of the natural, well, not natural, but natural progression would be Tenby, and then if not Tenby, I'd probably want to do 3 70.3s in 3 days.
I like it. You're in now, aren't you? You're not going anywhere. Like,
no, it's just something a bit different in it as well that people haven't seen before. And I don't know why I quite like the thought of waking up on day 3 feeling horrendous and got to do it again. But I don't know. I need to think about it really with the boys, but we'll have to sign up for something stupid.
Yeah, let's get this one out.
Get another contract drawn up.
Don't do that again, but I can't wait to sleep again.
You'll be all right now. A couple more days.
I know.
Pedz, all the best for the week. Have we missed anything, Nick? Did you miss anything?
Don't think so, mate. I'm just looking forward to seeing Sunday now. See Pedz going around there, flying around with all the boys. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be sunny. It's going to be good for us watching. Maybe not so much for them. But yeah, it's going to be a crack.
Yeah. Do you want me to hold any snacks for the last K for you?
Couple of beers.
Anything you missed?
Couple of beers.
Couple of beers ready.
Couple of vodka Red Bulls, mine, if you remember. Yeah.
That's what I want. The last 5K, get you flying for 30 minutes.
Oh, I know, innit?
Yeah. Put that be in your put that in your last bottle on the bike. Make sure you drink your last. Pedz, I didn't prep you for this because I forgot, but we asked the end of all our guests, at the end of all the episodes, we ask our guests to add a song to the playlist and who's going to play you in the movie of your life. Now, a song should be easy for you.
Yeah, I got a song. I can't remember who it's by. Sorry, let me get it.
Sorry, but the movie does put you on the spot a little bit, but I reckon you can answer it anyway.
So, song is Same Man by DJ Delicious. Do you know?
Same Man.
Like Same Man. 2 different words.
I don't know that one, Pedz.
Definitely know that.
Last DJ I remember is Alice DJ, but...
and who would play me in a movie? It'd probably be... What's his name? I'd probably go for... Let me see his name first before I say it. I reckon it'd be a Jonah Hill.
Yes.
Just with like the little change up. Started as like a bit of an overweight fella, coming down lean. I'm like halfway through now. So we started losing some weight, but he hasn't really got...
Have you lost like a lot of timber during this 8 months?
Probably like...
You don't lose that much because of the exercise you're doing and the fueling you're doing as well. So, it's not a crash diet, is it?
I reckon.
That's a good little shed, isn't it?
Yeah, 30 kilos for me, I reckon. So,
Not bad.
not bad, but still a couple kilo over 100. So try and shred that down now. Gonna do 6 weeks Stairmaster, beef mince and broccoli, I think. Lean right up. Loads of steps as well.
What a guy. You're down for the weekend, aren't you?
Yeah, staying down Saturday night, Sunday night, and I might have to do Mumbles Mile Monday if I'm feeling a bit.
It's not a mile anymore.
I know. What's the crack there? Is it decent?
I think there's 2 pubs now, the Rose and the Crown, and one more. I think there's not much, is it?
What's that? So 6
Still
points
a
for each pub, and
Yeah, still a few, man.
Yeah, you'll be all right, good. There we are.
yeah.
Right. Thank you so much for giving us some time. It's been an absolute pleasure. We are looking forward. We'll be down there shouting your name. Yes, Nip's been practicing that all week now in the car on the way back and forth to work. Nick, do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, Pedz, awesome. Looking forward to a Sunday. Try and get some sleep now. Chill, the work's done. We will see you down there. Everyone else, we will see you on the Swansea 70.3 start line.
Legends.